Okay, serious question for you. Would you ever build your dream house? I mean, I'm talking about house of your dreams, gorgeous, luxury, all the things. Get all the furniture that you wanted, that you specifically picked out. Move all your family, all your valuables, all your things in there. And not put any locks on the door and have no security system. Would you ever do that? Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Because that would be a total waste, right? A total waste of your time, total waste of your energy, a total waste of your everything if you're just going to leave it wide open for robbers and thieves and people that you did not build it for to come in and take all your stuff and move themselves in. You would never do that. Boundaries are the security system for your life. They protect your person. They protect everything you work so hard to build in and own yourself. All the hard work you put into creating the life that you want, they protect you. How, Tara? How? A boundary is a limit of what you determine is acceptable versus unacceptable for your life. So for instance, a boundary for me is you may not yell at me. If you would like to talk to me, you can talk to me in a respectful way with a appropriate tone, but you may not yell at me. Can I physically stop you from yelling at me? No, but I could leave a conversation where you're yelling. That's a boundary, a personal boundary. So what are some reasons we don't set boundaries with people? Let's go over the top 4 reasons why you might not be setting the proper boundaries with people and letting them come in and do whatever they want to do. One reason why you might not be setting boundaries with people is because you lack self-control. It's hard to set a boundary with other people when you don't have a boundary for yourself. What do you mean by that? What is self-control? It's the ability to restrain yourself from doing something you may want to do, but you think about the future more than you think about the present. Right. So just because you could do something doesn't mean you should do something. For instance, could I physically eat 3 cheeseburgers in one day? I possibly could. Totally could do it. Would that be appropriate or good for me to do? No, it would not be appropriate for me to do. Let's look at that even more. If I ate 3 cheeseburgers a day for 5 days, that's going to negatively impact me. It would take me weeks to fix what I did in just 1 week. Proverbs 25:28 says, like a city whose walls are broken down so is a person who lacks self-control. It's the same thing. You're just open for anything. The second reason why you might not be putting up the proper boundaries to protect your life and your person is people pleasing. Well, Tara, I'm not a people pleaser. Maybe you think that, but let's really look at people pleasing. What is people pleasing? People pleasing is the chronic tendency to prioritize other people's opinions, desires, needs over your own, even at the expense of your own well-being. It's really prioritizing other people's needs and approval over God's approval and plan for our lives. A lot of times we will do something we know is not good for us. Deep down in our soul, our baby toe, we know it's not the right thing to do, but we do it anyway because we don't want to be disapproving to somebody we care about or somebody we hold in high regard. And I'm not talking about making sacrifices for people. It's nothing wrong with making sacrifices for people you love. I'm talking about going against what you know deep in your core, like to the degree that you do it so that you don't have to face another person's disapproval. And the third reason why you might not be setting boundaries with people is because you lack personal value. You don't really see your own worth. You don't see how valuable, important you are to those around you. You're not at the point where you really get that a loss for you is a loss for everyone connected to you. Access to you, baby, should be coveted. People should want access to you, not just be given access to you at the drop of a dime. Just like you wouldn't give your social security number to any and everybody, almost nobody. You shouldn't just be granted unvetted access to anyone that comes your way. Back to our house analogy, if you don't understand the worth of the house, you won't spend the money to invest in security to protect it. You don't think it's anything worth protecting. How many times have we seen one wrong relationship, one wrong friendship, one wrong connection destroy somebody's whole life? It's not uncommon. It happens every single day. The fourth reason why you might not be setting the proper personal boundaries is because of your ego. A lot of us think, oh, that could never happen to me, or this person would never do that to me. A prideful ego will make you leave doors open that you should have closed because you think you got it under control. Really allowing potentially dangerous and life-altering influences all up and through our lives without a second thought. Honestly, some of us move like we ain't got nothing to lose. People who really love you are not offended by your security system. Only those that you know the rest. All right, Taughtbytarrah here. I'll see you on my next walk.